Welcome back. Please bring up the All But Not Payroll spreadsheet, and on the first tab down on the lower left it should say Example. We're going to talk about Example to show you how macros work, give you a better idea, and of course this would not be what you would do in a corporation with the colors, but the ideas and concepts that we're going to cover, yes, we would do those. Once you have that up, I want you to go ahead, click on the View tab, and click on the macro. And just take a look. This one's actually called Color Cells. And if we go in there and take a look at it, it basically shows you that we're going to color some cells. Let's take a look at it. Let's review what we already know. SUB means subroutine. Color cells, that's the name of the subroutine. Of course, you would always be given what to name it so that we're all consistent. All of those single quotes, anything that's in green is a comment, which means as it goes through the code from top down, that will never be invoked. That's just for documentation purposes. We see that there's something with range. We've never seen this before. And what that really says is, you know how we click and drag in Excel to highlight a whole range of cells? This is the way we do it. We do it with a range command. It really works from the right to the left, and it really just says wherever we're at, let's go ahead and go 0 rows, positive and negative. It does make a difference, but you don't put the positive and negative on it. Everything's row, comma, column, and we'll go 4 columns over. So it's the same as clicking and dragging from here, 1, 2, 3, 4. In fact, that's why that's yellow, and that's why this color here is yellow. So in other words, you have to understand this offset. The first component is row, the second component is column, and the select just says that we're selecting it, and the range, as you can expect, you would never have to memorize this, by the way. It's just that you're choosing a whole range. The width, again, several things get copied when you record it. We're not going to record it this time. We've already seen how that works. Color is really the only thing that we're interested in. And then we go to the next cell, which just basically says go down 1 row and go over 4 columns. Positive 4 columns, positive 1 row. Positive 1 row means we go from row 4 to row 5. That means positive. Even though we're going down, and some people think that's negative, for rows, if we go to a higher row number, which means we're going down, that's positive. Columns are pretty easy from left to right. Let's go ahead and see how this works. Let's go to a different cell. In fact, why don't we just remove all the formatting from here? So no fill. We'll start in A1, and we'll go ahead and run this and see how it works. Of course, we start the subroutine. We highlight the cell we were at, plus an additional 4 cells to the right. That's what the 04 did. We're on that line. After we leave it, it will actually do something. Of course, this won't do anything. That just says it's going to be a solid color. The pattern's going to be solid. Some of the other things, you can kind of see what they're doing. You're not expected to understand exactly what they're doing because this was done through a recording. The color, when we leave that should be yellow. We can look down below here. This is actually what our shape's going to look like. Our color scheme's going to look like when we're done. Yes, it turned it yellow. And some other stuff. It's going to end it. It's going to go down 1. So down 1 from here and over 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Really, the active cell still is A1. It did. It went to E2 like we thought it should do from this command. It skipped the comment. Now we're going to do another range where we basically go down 4. We stay here. It's almost like we're clicking and dragging and we're going an extra 4 rows, and that will get us the rest of this red. It did just what I said. It added another 4 cells below it. That's the way we did it. We went down positive 4 rows, 0 columns, which means we stayed in the same column. I'm just going to keep going around here. I want you to do this on your own. Change that to be blue, and notice how it goes around. I want you to play with that and see how it works. We're not done. We're done now. Try that out. Go to a blank space. Delete some of this stuff and see how it actually works. It's fun.